No.
Watch an episode.
No.
All right, are we ready to talk about Fate?
Hey, man.
Transition.
Angie cooking, man. You should do it though.
Okay. Is this going to be the greatest Fate of all time?
Nope.
I don't know enough Fate to know.
Yeah, I never watched Fate. I never watched Fate, so
I think
I'm new. I'm one of those that are new to the bandwagon, Miles. So I'll stay out of it.
Nope, because this is Hunter x Hunter. It's never gonna finish. So nope.
Really?
Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Barring it finishes, would it be the greatest of all time?
Yeah, probably. ISA, the main character, actually does develop a lot. Like her personality kind of just changes through the halfway point of the novel. So I would say yeah. And then like I was saying in the Discord, other than Berserker, Rider Hippolyta, every single summoned hero is literally the strongest possible one you could have. So the fights are over the top, the stakes are really high. There's a lot of like subterfuge and confusion. Like Francesca's like insane mastermind villain manipulator. It's really, really good. And I think having characters with a lot of personality does help. Not to say that the other Fates didn't have good characters, but I'm talking like very expressive personalities. Like the other Fates don't have a character like Jester, or even the priest in this one is way more personable than like a Kotomine and a Kotomine. All of the servants are they, you know, they're very you know what I'm saying? They got some oomph behind them. They're not brooding, they're not sad, they're not just tough to be tough, or they're not just aura farming. They're like people. So I think they're doing a really, really good job. And then the animation's like off the charts. I think when it needs to be, the animation's off the charts. They're not playing around when it comes to the series. So provided it finishes, favorite. Sure. If it doesn't, Zero's still the best.
Wait, are you saying Richard is stronger than
Gilgamesh? This is my favorite version of him from what I've seen.
I agree. I love this version of Gilgamesh.
He's amazing in this one.
Richard's not either. Because the strongest sabers are Artoria and Muramasa. But yeah, everybody else, Gilgamesh is like top of the top. Enkidu's equal to Gilgamesh. He's Lancer, top of the top. Alcides, top of the top. They're all like upper echelon heroes. And then the servants have high mana reserves as well. So they're actually able to utilize their abilities to the fullest extent, right? When you see Assassin in the earlier episodes kind of spamming Zabania, she should not be able to do that under normal conditions. But her master is so insanely cracked and has so much magical energy, she's able to fight very freely.
I got a quick. Was Hippolyta about to call Alcides Heracles, and then he freaking stopped her?
Yes.
So I was like, oh, so he's Heracles.
But before the legend is completed.
Yeah. So I'm just like, damn.
It's not Hercules the hero as a god, but Hercules the hero as a mortal. Hercules from Greek mythology is his name given when he achieved godhood. His original name is Alcides.
Yeah.
Before so he does damn. The 9 trials?
Like what? 13? 13 trials?
13
trials.
And then the girl was the queen of the Amazons. I know that.
She's Ares' daughter.
Yeah. Because I had to look because like her name sounded familiar, but like the way that they pronounced the name in the dub, like they didn't really pronounce the H. So like if you if you try to look up her name, like it has an H to it. It has an H to it when you look up her.
Like what they say, Hippolyta?
Yeah, it's
Hippolyta.
Yeah.
Okay.
For Jaden, if you want to like watch all of Fate, at least the main continuity, you would do Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, and then all 3 Heaven's Feel movies. Or if you don't want to do that, just do the visual novel 7 times. And then you'll
7 times. Yeah, that's fun. What do you think about my well, you've read it, so you might already know what happens. What do you think about my kind of, I don't even want to call it a theory, but like comparison to how in Fate Stay Night with the stuff with Gilgamesh and Hercules, and now the reverse will happen. Okay, all right. Nothing. No, we good. We good. We here.
I'm very excited. to see more of the
Riddell
season.
Outcomes are different.
Okay. Bro, I rock with this Gilgamesh so much. I'm not gonna lie.
The best way I can kind of put the personalities thing in perspective, I feel like every hero is more similar to Alexander the Great more than anything. Because in Fate Zero, Alexander the Great was like the biggest personality, even though he wasn't the strongest hero. But every time you're on screen, or he's on screen, you enjoy his presence. You know what I'm saying? He makes you laugh. He's true about how he feels. He's vulnerable. They're taking that approach with all of the servants.
That's great.
I think my favorite part is when he tested his master's conviction, because she's a Native American, right? Or
Yeah.
she's from, or that's what she's kind of poised as.
She's
And
Native
he's like,
American.
yeah, and she's like, "How bad do you want your land back?" And then she realizes that, oh, and then he questions like, "Is this actually what you truly want? Is this just what you've been told?" And then now she's starting to figure that out. And I was like, that's such a big thing to figure out, because he's like, we could take this shit right now. We take it right now.
You don't need the
If you're
Grail
okay
for
with everybody
this.
dying.
You don't need the Grail for this.
Yeah, we can take this right now, and it's over. Everybody chilling. And she's like, oh, I didn't think about that for real. So I really like that. But also I'm like, girl, I don't think you should be really down on yourself. These are fucking gods we're fighting. So why do you're Krillin and everybody else is Goku, Vegeta, and Jiren, they're fighting. It's okay being Krillin. This is not your job right now. And that's okay. So I was like, don't talk down on yourself like that. But who knows what happens.
I am interested in how she's gonna grow and develop. Like, is she gonna be more molded into like Gilgamesh in terms of like just being more self-serving and more in the gray area, or is she gonna like turn heel, or is she gonna be more on the gooder optimistic side? I'm wondering like where her journey actually takes her, more than the main
Really
character.
see that?
I don't know anything about the main character.
Or vice versa. Maybe she has an influence on Gilgamesh.
That's true.
I definitely think. I'm strong. I don't think she'll influence Gilgamesh, but I think Gilgamesh, by teaching her, will change how he is. I don't think there's anything she could tell him to actually change.
He's just teaching her how to.
She's a blank canvas. She can become anything. She can end up being anything.
I think he's going to teach her how to be like, how to actually get what she wants by herself, not because you were told by your parents, not because all this stuff happening. You got to actually, it's like what's that, like you know how people say chaotic good or chaotic whatever. Like, she's going to be independent in every stage of the world, because I think that's what Gilgamesh respects the most. He's like, if we're doing this, you got to actually want this, not for nobody else, because I don't live my life that way. My master not gonna live their life that way either. Maybe I'm just wrong, but that's what I'm getting from their relationship.
But don't forget, he told her she's actually acts too grown up. She has to act a little bit more like a kid. He actually said that to her, and just look at him for guidance. So, which is a W. She is very, very young. Clearly, have to take the world on her shoulders. Hey man, we here, but we're only focused on Gilgamesh. There's a lot of other
Google
heroes.
Can you help me find my phone?
I'll say the most underrated part of this
your
one.
Galaxy S24 Ultra should be ringing now.
Mute your phone.
I'll say the most underrated thing about this one is that a lot of these heroes aren't in it for the Grail, and I think that makes it a lot more interesting, because it'll fuck with what they're willing to do. We saw. I always bring back Fate Zero because I think it was the most like brutal of the fates. They were down to do everything. Everybody was grimy in Fate Zero. It didn't matter how we got to get it no matter what. And it's just different now. Everybody's here for their own different goal. And again, it leads more towards them being characters and just strong combatants.
My bad. I thought I muted my mic when I asked Google. I apologize.
Yeah, that's pretty dope to tell your device to look for your phone. I'm not gonna lie.
It doesn't really do anything for the story, but I do find it funny how, like, even though they're not all archers, half of them got fucking bow and arrows.
Yeah.
Half of them got bows. Or projectiles. Like, because Gilgamesh, he's not an archer, but like he be launching them bitches. So I don't know. I just thought it was funny. It was like, yo, you got a bow, and this nigga just throwing spears and arrows at niggas. So
I kind of like that it shows that they're more
funny. Like I said, it's not bad. It's not a knock. I think it's just.
I thought that was
what
fire.
I don't like about Gilgamesh is he is summoned as an archer, and his noble phantasm with the swords and spears is one thing, but his ultimate ability is literally a saber. So it's just like, Nigga, you're not an archer.
He just
I
he follows his
cosplaying.
own rules.
I
You
did love what
cosplaying.
was told to him
Facts.
by is it Altrices or how do you say his name?
Oh, I'll see
Alcides.
this.
Alcides. When he said, like, basically, he's like, yeah, you're greater than me, but you're not a warrior. I was like, I was like, that's the truth. He's like, you're a king. You're not. He's like, you're not a fighter. You might be greater than me, but you don't scrap for real. And I was just like, that nigga tough.
That's tough.
That nigga tough.
And then left on that note, he was tough as fuck.
2 characters talking their shit to Gilgamesh. Well, I guess technically 3 because the illusionist was messing with Gilgamesh too. Everybody's not scared of Gilgamesh in this world. It's different.
Meanwhile, Richard the Lionheart's learning how to play guitar.
My
And I loved it. I fucking
Yeah, I
loved
mean,
it.
when you're
Bro,
in Savage, man.
He's just chilling. His first entrance is he pulls out his sword and just destroys the opera. And I'm like, yeah, man, y'all ain't never gonna hide this away from nobody. If I'm in Snowfield, I'm leaving. But clearly, they do not care about how we live in this place. We got
and Jack over there looking like the best timepiece of all time.
At first, I was kind of like on Riddell's meat because I'm like, nigga, you always picking a
Jesus
nigga who's the front.
Christ.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Because I be trolling this nigga. I like getting him mad. But at first, I was dick riding because he was like, "Oh, I'm picking Richard the Lionheart." I'm like, this nigga's always front running. He want to get the main nigga. But then, obviously, I read ahead, and somehow Riddell always finds a way to pick characters that are similar to other characters that he likes, whether if it not being in personality, it being in skill set. So I alluded to Richard the Lionheart having the craziest noble phantasm I've seen in the series. All I'm gonna say, Yuta.
Love to see it. Love to
It pissed
see
me
it.
off when they revealed it. I'm like, this motherfucker just knows. How the fuck does he know? Their
My
powers are very
boy.
similar. It's not copycat per se, but it's similar. Very similar.
Love to see it, man. Fate is dope. And I really hope it keeps on doing this thing for this season. It gets the recognition